Tell me how to use this, please. I just came from my mixed media channel and I'm ready to draw. I have a drawing challenge for you, for me today. I found these amazing, authentic, late Victorian, look at these, Coach lithograph illustrations, dated Europe, 1890. And it just so happens I've been doing a deep dive on all things Victorian with my Fun Fab Drawing Club members for months, and we are just finishing. So I thought, what an awesome way to finish our Victorian journey together. And I have a little twist here. I was going to challenge myself just for funsies, and because I don't know, I just love to do this ever so often where I like strictly limit either my colors or my palette or my tools in some weird way just to see if I can do it. I just like love it. It's really exhilarating. So it kind of takes up the fun notch a little bit. So I welcome you to come along on this journey with me. I'm going to be recreating one of these carriages using only, I'm not going to be able to freehand a single line. So every line has to be either traced or against a ruler or within a template of some sort. I'm not going to use any of my stencils. I just have a lot of templates. So ellipse, circle, square template. I went to architectural school, master's program, way back in the 2000 to 2002. And I have all these leftover templates and I've bought a bunch since because they're so handy, especially the ellipse template for drawing faces. I use that all the time in my drawing club. It comes in super clutch. And I'm going to be using this from this pile of templates, whatever formed lines I can to recreate one of these late Victorian carriages, just for funsies. And then I'm going to color it in with alcohol markers. You want to play too? Come and play. I will have all of the supplies listed below. The reference, however, with a whole bunch of other 700 videos and 41 cheat sheets is also part of my Nate suite. And I will put all of the information to all of that stuff below. Let's draw. I'm going to be working on Bristol paper because that works best with alcohol markers. I'm really nervous and very excited. What's going to happen? Am I going to screw up? Yes, I'm sure that I will. But like, what's the worst that can happen, you know? It'll be hilarious is probably about the worst that will happen. Let's turn our camera around and go make some fun. I mean fun art. Real quick before we dive in today, last week I taught how to draw and watercolor this cute little guy. And then I was going to pick a name. I didn't have a name. So we had a contest and everyone could tell me the name that they thought this beautiful creature should get. And then all you have to do is leave a comment. And then I was just going to pick, actually I have my son Max pick that. I have all of that on video. It's been probably 10 years and he was willing to go on video with me. And he actually does pick a name, which is crazy because he picked my favorite name too. And then the winner gets a signed copy of my new book. And so, yeah, that will be at the end. Grabbing my, oh, let's see, there's another circle template. And here are my markers. I'm going to grab some Bristol and just a pencil. And let's begin. So I just started by drawing a line across the bottom just so I had some sort of road. That way I could make sure that my wheels, we're not quite to tires yet. Wheels are like at the same level. I have to confess, I completely overthought this entire project for the whole first half until I ran out of time of day to film. And then when I came back on day 2, I was so much more prepared to be a little bit, I was being very structured and it really killed the joy. So if you try this project, I highly suggest putting on some music and really just like letting all your worries go and just treat this as fun exercise. And also don't try to make anything too matchy. That's my biggest piece of advice. So that was my downfall, is why it took me so long to get into this project, was I was being way too literal. And I literally forgot to like just have fun with it. I should have turned off my mic and just got into it like I'm suggesting, but instead I was trying to teach through the whole thing. And it's a bad idea. You don't really need to be taught. We're just having fun and we're messing around with our templates. And so that is really the point of view I'd like to continue with. Okay, so now we have this scary, now I have this beautiful but very scary line that bridges from one side to the next.
I wasn't at the having fun point yet quite, though. I was just being really annoyed.
Who knows how to use this? Tell me. Tell me how. Tell me how to use this, please.
So after wrangling and wrangling with this stupid thing, I finally just decided to shut up. Less talking, more drawing. Just freaking put some curves in.
Oh shit, it starts going down. And I need to go down here. Freaking hate this French curve. It's literally the worst. All right, we're gonna go down until we hit the wheel.
And after all that nightmare, I finally found this one template that was just perfect for that curve over the top of the carriage. So by the end of day one, I finally had a win. Finally.
Like with art, it's all too easy to like get stressed out about if things are not easy or perfect or whatever. But like we really, all of us, and myself included, just need to remember like this is just for fun. Like this is just the lightest, happiest thing in life. So like if this isn't fun, then nothing is fun, you know? Like we just remember, and I'm saying this out loud to myself, like don't forget just to have fun. Like it doesn't matter. It's ridiculous what we're doing and it's just fun. All right, so do you want to go in and have some actual fun now? Not get all frustrated. It's a stupid challenge, I know, but like you can still make beautiful things. And just remember to laugh at yourself because it's not important. It's just for fun. All right, let's go as soon as this guy's done because it's too loud.
All right. Once I had that little pep talk, I really had to like tell myself, like, knock it off. Stop being so stressed. Just have fun. And then I was like, okay, finally, let's just make a carriage that's cute and move on with our lives. So with that in mind, here is some fun music that is hopefully not cringy and will help you enjoy and accompany you on your drawing as I do mine. And I will see you at the end when I announce the winner of the giveaway from last week. worth it. All right, without further ado, let's see who the winner is of last week's giveaway.
Okay, this is what he looks like. Okay, capture the motion, the character, get the vibe. Okay, now pick the best name from the comments. There's a lot because the winner is going to get a free signed book.
That's nice.
I know. Max and Bob just hanging out in the studs.
That's my guy right there. Okay.
What do you think?
Big fan of Zibble here.
That's exactly what I was going to say, but I wanted to see what you say. That's so crazy. I feel like that's just the winner then because boom.
I think we can pick Zibble.
Great minds. All right, thank you. Congratulations, Zibble. Wait, who said that?
Someone.
At 124 Watch, you are the winner of my free assigned copy of Wearing Things. Maggie says congratulations. Thank you for your participation. Don't you grumble at me. There's no grumbling.
And if something easy is what you want to do today, because that carriage looked hard, and it was hard, even though it was super fun, it was actually super hard. I have an ultra easy one for you to do with me all in real time. This is what I've done in the past. All you need is a straight edge and a sense of fun, and it is super duper easy, and it's a ton of fun. I taught it live, so it's all in real time. I will see you there.